I hope you've had some good conversations over the last two previous history sessions, and we're going to continue on. During this time, the 39th U.S. Congress overturned President Andrew Johnson's veto. And you might ask, what veto? It was in passing the Equal Rights Act, the Civil Rights Act of 1866. And that gave us equal protection under the law. And it was quickly followed by the 14th Amendment, which had parts of the Civil Rights Bill in it as well. Then we move on to the 15th Amendment, which declared all males born in the U.S. as U.S. citizens. That's without discrimination of race or color or previous condition of slavery. A very important amendment indeed. All citizens were granted the same right as whites in regard to real estate and property transactions, if we had any property, the use of property, purchase of property, and lease of property. So we can move on to even another important amendment that was around the same era, the 15th Amendment, which gave blacks the right to vote. A very, very important one, even to us for today. So when we look at the Reconstructive Era and the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment, I encourage you to look those up in detail to see exactly what kind of power it gave blacks in America at that time. They are very important as a whole, the three amendments, because it helped us to rise and be resilient. We were able to establish so much more economically and socially in the Reconstructive Era as a result of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. But, and we all know there are buts in history, there was backlash. It came against the movement. The white colonists were a little fearful of the African Americans who were able to rise and improve themselves as a result of these three amendments. So what was decided was to instill a new set of rules. And these set of rules were called Jim Crow laws. I encourage you to look further into Jim Crow laws as well. Very interesting, because they, in essence, were another form of enslavement or in disempowerment of the African American people. They were racially biased, of course, and it was just a new way to help indenture or enslave, once again, the African American people. The only difference is there were agreements between the owners and the indentured servants. Still with lower pay, still with conditions that were not that pleasing. So once again, we were back to serving plantation owners and sharecropping, working on others' land for our wages and for our income. So I invite you to have conversation over this and talk about it with your family, your friends, and your neighbors in conversation. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss our last week number 4, brief, short engagement in Black history. Until then, stay well and be blessed. And I look forward to seeing you on our next video. Bye.